Okay, dude, so let's see. Okay, dude, this is the what's it called? This thing. This is the hale bopp. This is the one that we got at the shop. This guy. Now, it's a little different because I think they're just using maybe more of a straight hook than what I got. My hook it's a curved hook, size 10. So you can see how, yeah, it's got a bit of a curve to it and stuff, but pretty much it's all the same thing. So let's go through it and I'll show you what's up with this guy. Yeah, just chuck it in the vise and everything. Okay. Yeah, dude, use some red line that you got, and you can just pull out just a little bit there, and you start it by going on the very edge by the eye and just go around a couple times, and you need to be going back over the tag end of the thread, and this like secures it. And you want to get the wraps all against each other as good as you can, and that just gives it a base for the dubbing and everything to like stick to, kind of to connect to. So I guess that's a little bit loose. So yeah, just do that. I usually do like halfway or whatever. You don't need to be too exact with all this stuff. Just go through and wind it up. And you go to on your if the top of your thing is like straight, I'm not sure, I forgot what hooks you got. If the top thing is straight, then you go to just at the barb of the hook. But otherwise, on mine, I will go kind of between the barb and stop my wraps there between the barb and the and the tip of the hook, just because my hook starts curving a lot. And you can see that because if you go too far down into the curve, then your tail will be like angling down and stuff, and on the tail will be angling straight out. So I got this. You probably have the same thing, hopefully, or whatever you got for the tail. Just some J. Ferrers Marabou in black. And if pretty much get out your hale bopp as a reference so you can kind of check out the proportions and everything, like how much tail they put in. So if you look at the tail here, they're all like just the part of the feather that you use is the straight parts, not the ones that are super fluffy. So if you look on your thing, you got like ones down here that have a lot of fluff on the tail or on the feather piece, and then the ones towards the tip have less of fluff. The fluff is like down here, and up here is kind of the straight stuff. So that is the portion that we want to be using for this hale bopp. So just take some and try to get the ends even. Like the ends should be pretty even if you like kind of squish it up like that, and you can see the ends are pretty even. But the thing is, well, for this fly we don't need that much. So let's see, this is kind of coming off the side of the feather, but let's see. Maybe I have a little too much. So yeah, just like what Bob was saying, is you got to make these like slender. You don't need a lot of stuff. We don't want like tons of feathers, and that's like my problem. I always put too much feather on my stuff. So yeah, that looks pretty good. So just take it and cut it off down towards down there and trim it off, and just get them so they're nice in your finger and they're kind of looking cool how it'd be. And pretty much you want it to be about the length of the hook on for these guys. If you see that this from the tail, from where they tie it in, this is where they tied it in on the original. So from the tie-in point to the end, you can bend it over and see it's like I don't know, 3/8 of an inch or ½ inch. I don't know. It's a little bit past. So, but this is a size 12. This is a size 10 hook. So just a little bit more than the or let's see. So the tail portion that's going to stick out past the end of the hook is equal to the length of the entire hook. So I will kind of look and judge. So that's going to be about right. I want to tie it in just about a 1/4 inch past my finger. So you just kind of pinch these really nice. Lay it on with this hand where you want to tie it in. Switch hands and hold it right where you want to tie it in. And go around a couple times loose. And then slowly cinch it up. If you do tight in the beginning, then sometimes it'll like shift over. Yeah, I can see mine's already starting to wrap over. So pull it kind of tight, get some wraps in there, wrap it tight, and go tighter as you go. So the first couple aren't too tight, and then it gets tighter. And that will prevent it from spinning. So just give it a little bit of wrap to tie it in, and then I've been just snipping it off. So I just wrap it a few times, nice and tight. Hopefully that movement didn't get it all out of focus for you. But anyways, just pull it up, trim it off. I think I didn't leave you these scissors because I found 2 in my box when I came back. But anyways, yeah. So next time I see you, hopefully I'll remember to give you one of those scissors that I have. So just kind of clean it up a little bit, and then run your line back to the very end of it where you started. So yeah, that's a really fine tail. That should be really cool. Maybe, I don't know, to me it looks like a little less than I should have used, but whatever. So then we got this J Fair's, what's it called? Seal sub dub. And what we're going to do is, what's it called? Dub the thread. So that's when you take the dubbing and you twist it on the thread, and I'll show you how you do that. So pull your thread out a bit. Take small pinches of dubbing. Small pinches of dubbing, and you just put it on your thread, and you just start spinning your fingers. And it kind of twists around. I think you used to see me do that before when we were camping and stuff. So you don't have to start way up at the top because you can, slide it up and everything. So I'm just going to try and make it kind of even. So we got kind of an even body going down it. But remember, you want the body to be really skinny because this is just a tiny little fly that with a really small solid body. And there's actually a different way to do this with a dubbing loop, but I think it'll be easier for you to just dub it on. I'm not that good using a dubbing loop right now, so I figure it's easier to show you what I'm better at. And this is the exact way I was tying them when we were up at that lake, So, okay, I got a good section here and of it all dubbed up, and then just slide it up. Just twist like that. Keep it pretty tight. We're going to fluff it out later, and I'll show you what you do to fluff it out. And then just go ahead and just start wrapping it. And just make each wrap right in front of the other. And keep it kind of tight. You can see how my fly is moving because I'm wrapping it somewhat tight. Not super tight, but whatever. And then just go up to the top. So now I got like a little extra, so I just pinch it off and pull it down. And then I'll take the very front, just pull it back a little bit and start putting the head onto it. So just give it a bunch of wraps in the front to give this this guy just a bit of a head. And just keep referring to, the ones that we bought at the store. I'll just wrap it up a little bit. Okay, so then we got to whip finish it. So to whip finish, I got that tool. I don't know if you have the same tool. But just pull some thread out, at least, 2.5 times as long as this thing. Because you take it, hook it here, run your bobbin and thread around there, Oh, whoops, it didn't work out. Okay, hook it there. Go like that, hook it into that thing, and then pull it so that you're wrapping like that. And like 3, 4, 5 is good. And then pull it tight. Whoops. Well, I was gonna do a second one, but I kind of broke this line because it's pretty thin. And anyways, I guess I'll just give it a half hitch. Just since I got some extra thread. Okay, trim that off. Okay, so now we got that. And then you're gonna need to use like a dubbing brush or something to pull out this dubbing to get it all wispy and everything like that. So what I did was I just took a little brush, I think it's for my electric razor, but it had a nice little thing that I could attach a piece of Velcro. So I just got a little piece of Velcro that's like sticky on the back, and it's just like a Velcro dot, and this is the hooks of the Velcro, the little hooks, and use this to pull the dubbing out. You can use other things too. And and you just go around along the hook and you just pull stuff out and get it to get all wispy like the hale bops we got at the shop. And you can see how it's all really coming out good. Pull them forward, whatever. You just get them wispy, and then give it a nice back comb, or just comb it back a bit. And you'll see that there is some buildup on the brush, but that's okay because this is a really light fly. So I gotta kind of trim that off a bit. And yeah, pretty much that's it, dude. That is the little hale bop. I don't know if you have any, but I got some like water-based head cement, and I just put a little bit on the thread there, and that just kind of, I don't know, it's like glue or something, kind of glues the thread together. So that's it. So that's the one that I tied, and this is the one that we got at the shop. Not too much difference in them, and that's good. So yeah, just use that as your guide and keep them sparse. So my body is actually a little bit thinner than the body inside this, the body that's wrapped up along the along the hook shank. But anyways, that's it, dude. Get the time and let me know.